What do you guys think Micah and Terry both play for their teams this year? And do they get? I heard the best thing I heard for the Skins. Just give Terry like a 2-year contract where this year he makes like 40 million, and next year
I thought this too, so that way he's
contract.
not making the same amount of money as Jaden Daniels. When he's making money, Jaden Daniels is still not getting paid.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I think they should do.
I don't know why they haven't.
But I don't think either guy's going to get moved.
No, I think they stay.
But
It's
what
the
if-
biggest
if-
negotiation tactic.
If
these
one's
days.
more likely to get moved, who do you think?
Terry.
Terry.
I think Micah. Because like Terry said, like fuck this. Micah literally put out like this is severed beyond whatever. So just taking
CeeDee
him at
Lamb
his
threw
word
up a
with
peace
that.
sign, unfollowed the Cowboys, everything
No,
like that.
no,
And
I'm
2
just
days
saying.
later, he was fucking
Yeah, but
signing the biggest
Terry
contract.
seems a little more like, hey, this is bullshit. And Micah has like, I'm just saying in
That's
terms
why-
of what they've both said. Micah's come out and been like, this guy tried to say we made a deal in a room. He's lying about this. Like this is kind of starting not get personal, but he's saying shit like this guy's a scumbag.
Micah always does that.
Micah's
He
immature.
He talks a little bit too
He's
much.
emotional. He's immature.
Oh,
he
I
doesn't
agree.
talk. That's the thing. It's like he talks, and he's like, this guy's better than this guy. It's like, dude, just be quiet and play football.
I think he's found himself eating his words a bit too many times.
Oh,
for
in
his career.
I've said for the last 2 years, I think we've all agreed, but I've been like, dude, I don't really like how my guys on pot, like Draymond Green, the game ends in an hour. He's like, so this is why I got ejected. And it's like, dude, you're costing your team games. You're putting a
I
circus
saw
out there
Micah
that you don't
after-
want.
but
to
at
have.
least he has 4 championships to his name.
No, of course.
He was like, you see that interview after the Eagles beat us like 38 to whatever, and he was like, well, but Saquon had a big run. They had a big pass. They had that. He's like, besides those 4 scoring plays, like we held them, and it was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Besides the fucking 5 touchdowns they scored, we played pretty well.
That's why I said that's the hard part. Is even when you win, it's a thing of like people just the next week you get that attention from the other team where they're like, oh yeah, you know, blah blah blah. We played like this, we did that, and it's like, dude, just go out there. You're a football player. You haven't even got your second contract yet. Like Billy said, you haven't won shit. What do you want to be? Do you want to be a football player? I love Pat. Do you want to be Pat McAfee or do you want to be a sports analyst? Because like you got to pick one.
At least Pat McAfee was an All-Pro before he became
No,
a
he's
podcaster.
player of the decade in his position.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying you got to pick one.
He
I'm
retired
cool
because
with
of
Micah,
injuries.
whatever. Like, I'm
I
cool with
wouldn't
whatever
be.
he does. He can. I don't love it, but I'm not Micah Parsons.
I'm sure he's not editing and everything like that.
He
so
can
it's
do
like-
whatever the fuck he wants, right? But I'm just saying, don't look too much into. I think Micah's really done here because of what he said. It's like he said a lot of fucking shit.
I just think his situation seems a little bit more hard.
Because he speaks more. When
Then
have
Terry
you ever
McLaurin.
heard a fucking word out of Terry McLaurin's mouth?
Well, that's plays a part in it. I mean, you know, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying is the fact that
And
we're now
his-
hearing words from him.
It's not a coincidence that T. Higgins requested a trade, then he gets paid. Jamar Chase, he didn't request a trade. Trey Hendrickson's going to request, and he's going to get paid. And then Terry McLaurin requested a trade. CeeDee Lamb requested a trade. Micah Parsons requested a trade. All these guys request trades when it's a contract negotiation. They all stay fucking put.
The problem for me though with Dallas is we pay everybody late.
Mm-hmm.
We always wait and like
After the market's reset.
after the market's reset, and then this guy wants to do this, and then the next when the salary cap goes up, it's like, okay, now every time the salary cap's going up, you're now in the position where you have to pay these guys this much money.
And you wait till after, like, the offseason's done now. All these DNs, like, for the Redskins situation, Commanders, the wide receivers have been paid. DK got paid. Jamar Chase got paid. All these guys have gotten paid. And Terry McLaurin's like, I think I'm better than DK, so you got to give me more money than him. You would have paid him before. DK would have said the opposite. He would have said, I think I'm better than Terry. Give me more money than him.
Yeah.
You got to pay these guys earlier.
Myles
you know
Garrett.
you're keeping Micah fucking Parsons, man.
Garrett and Watt got paid, right?
Watt
Yeah.
just got paid.
Now
Watt just
Hendrickson
got
and
paid.
Micah, the last 2.
You're going to have to pay them more.
If
probably.
I'm one of them, I'm like,
Oh, for sure, Micah. Trey Hendrickson has the
I
more.
would have said for sure Trey Hendrickson and said, I led the league in sacks. I think he had 17 and a half and next best was 13 and a half. He's like, I'm 4 sacks better than the next guy. I want to get paid more than
on
that
the
guy."
worst defense.
Right.
So he can come with that. The only thing with Micah is you watch and you talk to people, and it's like, this guy's, if not the best, one of the 2 or 3 best
And I think
defenders
Trey's probably
in the NFL.
Agreed.
Trey Hendrickson's probably 30 and Mike's probably 25. 26.
Right, that's the whole thing.
So-
at the same point, though, it's like you said with Trey Hendrickson to be like, I'm not getting paid. He can just say, I'm not getting paid less than these guys. I'm not showing up.
no,
This is
he
Chris
can just,
Jones did that. Remember, that was a whole issue.
Yeah, he
and
sat
then-
out like 2 games or
And then
something.
what they ended up doing, paying him, and he won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Who's your 4 in order for the NFC East?
I think the Eagles still,
Yeah.
because they kept Vic Fangio, which I think is the big
That's
deal.
the biggest thing.
I do think
that
it's
was
tough.
huge to keep Sirianni, who's proven now to be a good head coach. He can manage at least a great team and to keep Vic Fangio.
Vic Fangio. It is tough that their passing game coordinator is going to become their first-time offensive coordinator in the league. But you have, like you said, you have Sirianni there, and Jalen Hurts is a pro. I mean,
Honestly, I don't think that's a bad thing because passing game coordinator gets a little bit more of a voice, and that's where they struggle more in the offense. They definitely don't struggle in the run game.
Yeah, and as long as this guy, like we said, can do like Kellen Moore when he surprised us and stick to the run, I think the Eagles will be
That's
fine.
the one thing. Don't be a passing game coordinator and go, we can throw the ball 40 times now. You have Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts.
Exactly.
Don't ever throw it.
I think it's second and third are very close for me.
It's another thing with Steichen. You have Jonathan Taylor, who's the top 5 running back in the league talent-wise, and you have a better running back than him at quarterback. Stop throwing the fucking ball.
Play the wishbone offense.
Yeah, literally, bro.
So Georgia Tech Navy in the fucking 80s.
It was
Yeah.
like the Browns when Baker had that bad shoulder and he threw it 18 times in a row. It's like, you have Nick Chubb.
It was the Dolphins
and what's his
offense
name?
that like won the AFC East.
With the Wildcat.
Ronnie
Wildcat.
Brown,
Ronnie Brown,
and
the Wildcat.
Ricky Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
Run the Wildcat with
Tony
Anthony
Sperano or
Richardson
something
and
from the
Jonathan Taylor, and
Cowboys.
one of the best. I would say Quentin Nelson. We're gonna run behind him with either Richardson or Taylor every single time, and you're never going to
Just do what
stop
Notre
him.
Dame did and have Taylor
Wiley
be a
Leonard.
lead blocker for Anthony Richardson and just have him run behind
And Quentin Nelson is fucking, what's it called?
Pulling.
You
want him on full speed coming at you?
He's pulling. Guess who he's pulling behind? Tyler Warren.
Right.
They're fucking going down the field. Go ahead.
Who you got?
I have Commanders taking a step back, but still coming in second place.
10 and 7 probably.
Just because I think it's gonna be tough. Does Dan Quinn last year he was playing with house money,
That's my whole thing.
so he could go for these fourth downs and everything like that. Is he gonna keep doing it, or is he gonna be more conservative? But I do think even though I have film on Jaden seems like a smart kid that will improve. The Scary Terry thing, I think he spreads the ball out enough where, like, you want him out there, but they should be fine.
I saw a sort of straight up trade with maybe some picks included with Tyreek Hill. I think they should fucking do that.
They should go for that one. But then it's like, do you want Tyreek Hill there with your young quarterback after what he's pulled?
Yeah.
Dallas, I think they get about 10, 11 wins. Them and Washington could be tied because Dallas last year went 7-10, and Dak only played 8 games.
Yeah, I don't even necessarily think I like shit on Mike McCarthy, but it's just like, dude, you're not like a first time coach where let's see what you do in 3 to 5 years and hopefully you've improved. It's like you've been to the Super Bowl before.
Yeah, and the
We
only
expect
time
victories in the first
for
round.
him though, his only losing seasons were when Dak went down.
No,
with
for
big
sure. But the
injuries.
problem
The playoffs
But the same
wasn't
point was
shitty.
he can't get past it. But
and the timeouts we've talked, which I don't even know if Jerry how much he knows about calling a timeout and when he should do it. But
yeah,
Which
Sean
simply
Timer has
put,
that down.
McCarthy was like, I couldn't see the clock, and it's like, dude, there's way too much of that going on.
Simply put, if you're a veteran coach in the league and you're coming to a team who feels like they have the potential to win the Super Bowl, you got like 3 to 5 years to go there. To
At
do
least
that,
make it.
to at least make it to the NFC Championship.
Well, that's what if I'm Schottenheimer, I'm saying, look, this is the team. You have to give me 3 years. Like, this is a year where I think we could make the play. Because last year, it took them how long to just make Dowdle the running back one? Like,
Yeah.
they wanted to make Zeke the guy, and it's like,
When
towards
you
the
have
end of the
two
year,
bad running backs. It's
You know,
kinda
I just
hard.
realized they could do that with Anthony Richardson until literally his fucking shoulder pops, and then just throw Daniel Jones into it and do the same, and then throw Ryan Leonard into it. They have
Yeah, just
3
keep
of
that
the
offense.
same fucking guys there.
They literally do.
Can't really throw, but can run like a motherfucker.
and then the Giants dead last.
Like Giants have last.
I think all 3
I'm not even
quarterbacks
hating
play.
on the Giants. I like what they did. I really
No,
do
I
like
did
what
too,
they
but
did.
they're building. They're just building.
I like
But they're
Dayball.
just in that spot. I like Dable too.
I
And
do too.
if I'm a team with a young quarterback that's a project, like an Anthony Richardson,
Jackson Dart.
a Jackson Dart, or even a Joe Milton, if he gets fired, it's like I bring him over as my offensive coordinator. I don't
Oh,
care.
I would too, 100%. I mean,
100%.
the first
what he
year
did with
was,
Josh Allen,
Yeah, and when his first year with
Daniel Jones.
with the Giants, they went to the playoffs and beat the Vikings. Like he's shown you in his first year he could get stuff done. Now 3-4 years, it's like, oh well, okay, you lost Saquon Barkley. But the problem is
you paid
the GM
Daniel Jones
fires
$40
the coach,
million. The
which is a
GM,
GM's decision.
he gave Daniel Jones $40 million.
Didn't pay Saquon.
They don't pay Saquon. The offensive line went to shit.
Never got better.
So
The only thing he's built is the D line, which is a very important piece. But the receivers, they got Malik Neighbors just because they had when you have a top 5 pick, if you don't get a good player, you're a fucking moron.
I'll say this about the draft though. I do feel like it's hard to find a team who like had a terrible draft.
Yeah,
I think it was just really talented.
here's
this
the
draft.
problem though with the draft is you don't know how to grade it until 5 years from now.
Right. Like I could sit there and say that, but I was looking at the Cardinals today because we were talking about the Cardinals, and Will Johnson looks fucking incredible. And at corner, what?
Just like Mel Kiper put his career on the line for Jimmy Clausen.
He's a fucking idiot. I want that career gone too. But Will Johnson is like clamping people up, and it's like, wow, you got that guy in the second round. And I was just thinking, man, a team could have got their cornerbacks 1 and 2 in this draft, not even in the first round with Benjamin Morrison and Will Johnson.
Yeah,
Like,
No,
that's
this
crazy.
draft seemed like had a lot of talent.
But
the defensive backs like Xavier Watts and Benjamin Morrison, but it's like there's guys that were just as good or better than them too.
the guy for that
Splitting
went to the
hairs.
Broncos from Texas,
Mm-hmm.
he was fantastic. The Kentucky guy who ran like a 4.2. Anyway, the Cardinals needed defense. Like the defense, it was like our offense is doing pretty well here, but our defense can't do shit. Like James Conner, Marvin Harrison Jr. These guys are showing up. Who's their tight end? He's Terry McBride.
Trey McBride.
Kyler Murray's playing well. Like we need the defense to start showing up. Their draft went in order, the rounds 1 through 7. They had 7 picks, 1 each round. D tackle, cornerback, edge, linebacker, cornerback, guard, safety. They were like, we need defense, and we're going to draft 6 fucking defenders.
I mean, yeah, that's literally a whole new defense.
Right.
In terms of players. Obviously.
And they're all good players, too. Walter Nolan, big-ass D tackle from Ole Miss. Second round, Will Johnson. Like I said, he looks great from Michigan, the corner. And then the edge rusher from Oregon. And Cody from linebacker from Ohio State. Like, those 4 guys should be good.
Yeah. They're going to definitely at least provide a spark on
Right.
defense.
And then with the Cowboys, I do like that an O-line coach is the offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So I'd hope he'd emphasize on the run more. But then there's a problem is,
Who the fuck's going to run it?
well, I don't know how good this offensive line really is going to be.
The depth chart I saw had Javonte Williams running back 1 and Miles Sanders running back 2. If that's the case, I'm taking a shotgun, putting it in my mouth, and pulling
That's the problem is, and the O-line is so young. We just lost Zach Martin, was the last head guy of the great O-line we had years ago.
From 2016 to like 2020.
So
He still was great in his last years.
No, he was still great.
But like he was getting a little more injured, and he wasn't all first team All Pro, maybe even second team All Pro
Yeah.
in his last. And I think this kid's gonna be great at right guard.
I think so too.
So I don't really feel like, I mean, how can you not downgrade from Zach Martin, who in my opinion is probably the greatest right guard of all time? But it's not like, dude, you went from a 5-star guy to a fucking
2-star.
No, you probably go to a 4.5.
You hope
star.
that
you know
Zach
I'm saying,
was
yeah.
descending because of his age. Well, this kid is now can ascend, so that they would kind of meet where they were going anyway.
I was
type of
upset
deal.
when we lost Biagis. Cooper BB is better than him.
Yeah.
So we have a great center.
I think we do good with the
Offensive line is great.
Tyler
Defensive
Smith
line
at
is
left
terrible.
guard.
Tyler Smith on the left guard is the best
Has to
lineman
be.
we have. He's great. Great left guard. Great center. If this kid's good, great right guard, right? And then Guyton and Terrence Steele, who you have at the tackles, which unfortunately your tackles are your weak point of your line, but they're not terrible. And now you have Lyle Collins for depth.
Terrence Steele's a great run blocking right tackle
Right.
too.
They're not terrible. And when the interior is fantastic, I think you'll be okay.
That's the thing is, like, you can run the ball if the interior.
And we'll see.
has it
Like
together.
Guyton is a guy that it was his first year last year. Let's see what he is in his second year.
Yeah. My 2 bets for the NFC East are Giants under 5.5 wins, and I haven't taken it. I'm considering Cowboys to make the playoffs at plus 180, just because I feel like that's pretty
sorry.
nice
That was
dog.
another thing I was going to say. I have the Commanders winning it. I have Eagles second, and I have Dallas third, and I have those close, and I have them so close that I have all 3 of them making the playoffs.
I do as well.